So back to my point, I was saying, fuck Ukraine, fuck Russia, all them white folks. I don't know
Yeah.
why them white folks is mad, Pete. That ain't your part of town for white folks.
Well, that's Russia and Ukraine is really not my part of town.
It's far
That's
from your part of town.
that's like the Mississippi of white people.
For real?
Oh God, yeah,
That's what it is over
What
there.
part of
yeah.
Mississippi? Because my mom is from Mississippi.
Talking
God
about the
bless her
whitest
soul.
white part of Mississippi, Doc.
What part of Mississippi you talking about?
I don't know the map too well in Mississippi. I just
Oh,
know
okay.
it's not well revered.
Every part is just Mississippi, like it's
Well,
white
we
part.
think white racist people from Mississippi.
There's black people in Mississippi.
We not
You know
talking
that,
about
right?
them niggas. We talking about the crackers. What's wrong? You can't use the word nigga with white people?
No, you can't use
I
crackers with
thought, wait,
white
I
people.
thought you can't use
Why can
crackers
I
with
use
white
in
people.
Mississippi? We can't use crackers.
No,
Them cracker ass crack. He know they crackers. He know that the Mississippi people
no,
is
he
crackers.
doesn't either.
Yes, he
I don't
does.
think he agrees with it. He's
Ain't
not
them
gonna
redneck
disagree with
crackers
you.
down there? Redneck crackers down there.
The ones that are redneck crackers are.
See,
I
he's
can't
just
speak for all of them,
his
but
net is a little bit lighter than mine.
You
My
a
net is
yes
full.
man, huh, Peter?
Hell no, he never agreed with me.
that's
He
also
does,
true.
apparently.
No,
I
he
mean, I,
doesn't.
I
We just
agree that I don't
understand it.
always agree.
No, we
I
don't
agree that
agree.
I don't always agree.
Move. It's Mississippi crackers. The white folks, they be tripping. Mississippi burning.
Hmm.
Always some white folk with some bullshit down there.
So it's like that in the UK.
No, in Russia.
Oh, in
Russia
Russia.
is like the whitest white people
It's
of
it's
white
it's
people.
the
They-
low rent trailer park of white
You just
countries.
call Russia the trailer park of white
has
America?
been to
I mean,
Russia
white
here?
worldwide.
Yeah, it's like they're the most low rent, sleazy, underhanded
Their language, bro. What's funny
reputation
is,
people in all of
damn,
that
that's how
part
you
of the
gonna
world.
get at
What's the
them.
evidence of that?
Russia.
Where do you been?
I don't know, 1,000 years of history.
What's
Everybody
the
knows.
that's pertaining to you? So why are you saying something that is just like so broad?
And it off everything.
It's cultural.
Are you
Everybody
are you
knows.
are you actually defending Russia?
Everybody knows.
I am defending
Yeah.
truth.
I'm stating it.
That's it.
And Pete is stating the truth.
No, he's not.
Yes,
He's
he
basing
is.
some
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
on
We
some
both
shit he heard on
agree.
Google.
We both agree that the white people in
So
Russia.
as long as you agree,
Yes.
glasses Malone, then
Yes.
Mr. Pete agrees.
No. Pete actually said
I said it
didn't even
first.
know.
He agrees.
I'm listen. I
Y'all
met a
can know
white
each other.
woman. I met a white woman, right?
What does that got to do with anything?
That was
I didn't
Russian.
know her.
Can I make my point? Could you just relax a little bit? Could you come down? You're on 10. Could you come to 6?
She ain't even listening.
Absolutely.
She ain't listening. Fuck woman shit. Woman shit. I'll come down to 6. Relax. Don't attack us yet. I know Russia, that's your other white part you be talking about. I can see
never
you
said
Russian.
That was part of it. It's German,
Same
Irish,
one. Same
and
one.
black.
German
It's not the
and
same.
German and Russia both hate niggas too.
It's different parts of Africa as well. So we all just the same.
That's not.
Just like the
Don't
white
compare
thing.
Germany to Africa. Africa's a whole continent. German is a country.
Man.
You're just racist. Look, Doc, that's your white side being racist.
Yeah.
It's just compare Germany to Africa. But look, no.
Yeah, we in Russia. in
No, I
Germany.
didn't. I'm saying because you got to be Russian because you defending Russia or Ukraine or
I'm
white
not
people in
defending,
general.
I said the truth. That's
Okay,
all I
don't
said.
white people are not true unless it's Pete.
That.
So what I'm saying, Pete, is I met a Russian girl,
Mhm.
right? And she was
She was
speaking-
probably very expensive, but very upfront about it.
well, she didn't charge me anything. She actually just liked me. She
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
give me some Russian pussy.
Okay.
And I was going to agree, right? And I don't know. So young glasses is a little different than this glasses,
Yeah.
right? Because I could tell she was attracted. The way her eyes looked at me, the way she touched me, the way, I mean, it was at a concert, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I called myself trying to be freaky. And I was telling her, I was like, yo, speak Russian to me.
Yeah.
Like, tell me something nasty in Russian. And when I tell you it was the harshest language
So
I ever
aggressive.
heard.
Yeah. That's a flaccid maker right there, my friend.
So she was talking to me, right? I said, oh, hell no. And it turned me off. Doc,
Yep.
it made my penis soft.
Yeah, man,
It took a hard
Made my
penis.
soft too.
Yeah.
You don't have a penis,
I
Dr.
know.
Hudson.
That's what I'm saying.
But it made my penis soft, and I was like, and it totally made me question her attraction. I was like, "There's no way this could be something sexual. It's impossible."
setup.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah, Russian accents are like a flaccid pill.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I'm already knowing.
You can't take it out, Doc.
I can't do that. I can do it regular. It's like an echo.
Okay.
So I'll just do regular.
You can't do regular.
No, I'm doing regular. I can't do that because every time you talk, it's like a delay, like a 2-second delay. So when you're talking about the
Put your
Russian,
earphones in. That's
They-
why I'm telling you, you can't do it this way. Because all we're gonna hear is that. Okay, so you won't be able to hear Pete.
Okay.
Maybe that's what she's looking for.
Pete.
If you don't want to hear Pete, you can do it.
Okay, I want to hear Pete too.
Okay. Okay.
Oh man, this is crazy.
Okay, fine. Why are you laughing?
No ceilings.
Oh my god.
GL. P in the spot. What up, Pete? My boy Uncle Mook, podcaster extraordinaire.
My
With his
brother.
podcasting super co-host. Super co-host. Feel me? The shadow. The veil of shadows, Dr. Hudson. She has to keep the mystery going to make it sexy.
Yeah, keep it sexy.
Gotta keep it sexy.
Sexier than a Russian accent, baby.
If y'all saw her, y'all would lust
No,
for
no,
her.
Russian accent.
So she doesn't want you guys to lust for her look, so she wants to keep it. You have to lust for her
Neutral.
brain.
Neutral, organic.
You have to lust for her brain. You have to
Gotcha.
listen to her speak and be attracted to her brain.
You do it
Beautiful.
a lot.
This is a great introduction. I'm
Yeah.
Dr. Hudson, right? They've been on the No Ceilings podcast before. They host a podcast that's on the horizon that's looking like it's going to drop end of March. Muddy
Yes,
Waters.
sir.
It is a doctor of psychology and a master of psychology having psychological conversations about all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah.
And eventually they're going to be having niggas laying on the couch.
Yeah.
And it'll be two people. I
That's the
think it's
goal.
like the good and bad angel,
Yes,
but I just don't know who quite is the good or bad angel yet.
It depends on the day.
It depends on the
Depends
day.
what you want.
It's gonna depend on the day. You're gonna run into some shit. Either way.
Sometimes people want the bad angel.
That's no lie. That's no lie.
Okay, Doc.
We agree.
So I brought y'all gonna agree on a lot of stuff. Y'all actually alike, but I think that's the white side. Dr. Hudson tells me she mixed. I don't like when people say they mix. If you mix with
Why?
black, you are black.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want
to
to,
23andMe test, so I have the exact percentages.
23 of
And I'm
you
not
is just
estim-
black.
Estimating.
Glasses, don't worry about the 23. Only the
No, it's just one.
No,
Black.
it's 23andMe,
But look,
and it's a genetic DNA test. So you'd be really, really surprised if you took the test and you saw how your percentage in each area, in cultural area. So you might have a little bit of it, like Indian. Of course, our nigga thinks they Indian. But then
you fucking racist.
Sorry,
It's racist.
That's
not.
It's that white
That's the
side.
truth.
That's that white
That's the
side.
truth.
Niggas
That's
do
the-
think they
Yeah,
Indian.
you can't.
I got
you
that
can't speak on
Indian
that.
in me.
You can't speak on that, Peter. Hey, can't speak on that.
I'm just saying, every girl I ever met tries to act like they're part Indian and
Act
attribute their hair to it.
Like,
Act like.
how do you act like you Indian?
When you start
didn't say
saying I
act
got
like.
Indian in my family.
Oh my god! So when do you meet her at? Because I ain't never said some shit like
Well, like
that.
the way that Senator Warren acted like she was Indian to get the deal at Harvard.
That's true. Oh, you gonna throw the white lady under the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, Doc.
No, I threw a 1,000th
white lady
Indian
under
lady
the
under the
bus.
bus.
Why? But no, you should have saw her. She was over here just pointing like, oh, Dr. Warren. Don't do Diana like that. Don't do dirty Diana like that. So the reason I wanted y'all to come to this podcast, I had a crazy epiphany.
Oh God, not again.
Exactly. You know, this is what No Ceilings is all about. My crazy epiphanies, right? So physical attraction is rooted in ignorance.
Of course,
One.
Because you can't know anything about the person, but what superficially they look like before you interact with them.
Definite.
Right. So let me get it
No,
because
it's not.
I'm there so far.
Let me get it
That's
out.
different. Physical attraction is rooted in science.
no.
Yes, it is.
Physical attraction is
It
rooted
is.
in
There's
ignorance.
chemicals that's released when you see somebody that you think you're attracted to, and then dopamine and then norepinephrine, and you think that you're like super attracted and in love.
Okay, so let's take that.
So,
Let's start with that idea.
okay,
Just to start.
go ahead.
Mook, let me ask you a question, Uncle Mook. You got to look at your camera, Uncle Mook.
Yeah.
So Mook, let's say Dr. Hudson's theory is correct. It's rooted in
It is
science.
correct.
Have you ever met a girl you was attracted to, Mook, and you was like, man, I want to sleep with her so bad?
You said what?
So
Have you-
let's reframe
You gotta look
When
at the
you
camera.
see a
You gotta
girl,
look at the camera,
What are
Mook.
you thinking when you see her?
Minus, what are you thinking?
No,
Let-
that
let-
is
let me-
controls
let me-
everything.
Let me ask the point, right? Because you said it's rooted in science, and I've heard
It
that.
is.
It
Right,
can't
so
be
let me
rooted
ask
in
you a
science
question.
because science is the study of a thing. It's rooted in the thing that the science is being based on. Like it's rooted in evolutionary traits and perception thereof and stuff
No,
like
it's
that.
not. So
Okay.
stop. It's
Hold up,
physics.
hold up. So let me ask you a question.
Costa
Mook.
Mesa ain't gonna
I would love to hear the question.
But those things are like the chemical response are based off of optical perceptions and the optical perceptions and interpretations are evolutionary based.
What you think then causes a physiological response, and then that's where you then like
Are we gonna allow
secrete
glasses
dopamine
to
and
ask the question?
endorphins. Come on now, don't try
Oh.
that. You gotta get that from the hook on the street.
Are we going to allow the question to be
Yeah,
asked?
I'm sorry. You
gotta look
Go
at your
ahead.
camera, Mook. Gotta look at
I'm
the camera.
trying.
Okay, so focus, right? So have you ever met a girl you was attracted to? Obviously in your life,
Yeah.
right? Have you ever met a girl you was really attracted to?
Yeah.
Yes, right? Have you ever slept with a girl you were really attracted to?
Yeah.
Have you ever slept with that same girl and then once you slept with her, the attraction is over?
Yes.
You ever slept with a girl and like let's say, have you ever slept with a woman for like a period of time?
Yeah.
Do they look the same way physically after a while?
No.
Yet they still are very much look the same way.
Right.
So how can physical attraction be rooted in science if that is the consistent thing? Like we could meet a woman, Dr. Hudson, right? And we could be so pumped up. She is the greatest thing. I want to sleep with her so bad. I'm so physically attracted to her.
Mhm.
And then once I sleep with her, literally the sight of her turns me like it's not special at all anymore. Doesn't even matter.
That's
You ever thought
still
about that?
scientific.
Your expectation was beyond her ability.
I had no expectations.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You just for the last
The
2
titties
years,
look
just
like the
told us-
titties. The ass looked like the ass. It was
No,
everything I
because
imagined.
it looked like what you want it to look like. But
No.
listen. Your chemicals that you produce in your body is produced by the thoughts you have. So the titties that you see, you start thinking like, wow.
I want to motorboat them.
Your shit start pumping, right? That's the norepinephrine, right? So
Mhm.
then your heart start pumping. Then after she do something else, maybe she start moving. You got dopamine on. Damn, Lord have mercy. You did get hard. Then
Yes.
you had everything else. So then when you see her, she comes close to you, and then you do what you need to do to then excrete all what you're talking about, and then you wake up, whatever, after you're done, you're like,
Wake up.
shit.
Wait, God, I didn't go to sleep.
Wait, you mean after you leave and go home?
You mean after she leaves?
I'm saying you're tranquilized after you come, you're done. That's it. And you wait. When I say wake up, I mean
Got you.
like you're like conscious of like, okay, I'm done with her. I'm next.
So my point is, if physical attraction is
Based on
physical
your
attraction,
thoughts. It's based on your thoughts. Yes, it is. That's why
and again, no, it's not. I'm
is.
thinking that's
It
not a
is.
hesitation.
You
This
don't have to
is-
think about.
See, listen, as a
attraction.
woman, right? You think that the job is to just respond. I'm
No,
taking in your
attraction is based on thought.
stop talking, Dr. Hudson, and listen to what
Are
I'm
you
saying.
asking me to stop talking?
No, yet I'm telling you because you're talking to me and you won't allow me to respond. You're having a conversation with me, not with yourself, not working it out through your own head. You're talking to glasses. So what I'm saying, Dr. Hudson, with all due respect, is she still is as physical attractive. She's still as physical attractive as she was before. But why am I not physically attracted to her any longer?
I can answer that.
Are you waiting for me to answer, or are you waiting for
That was the
yourself?
question. No, that's why I asked you. See, when I talk, I
I did.
ask you a question and I wait for you to respond. I don't just.
Because I already answered it already.
So my thoughts changed.
Your thoughts changed to what?
No, I'm asking you. You're saying you answered it
Because how you see her is differently.
because I'm garnering information.
You see her differently after you already excreted your endorphins.
Is she different?
Yes, she is.
She's different.
Completely. Do you know? Oh my God, I hate this shit. This shit is like a see, I hear myself 2 seconds after. So it's called neurogenetics, right? So when you walk into a building, your cells are different based on the people you surround yourself with. So your energy is then either elevated or then what? Brought down to the fucking floor.
So again, it's personal, right?
It's not personal, it's chemical.
Does she not look exactly the same?
Physically, probably, but you don't feel her the same way because guess what? It's like a high. It's like a
Did
drug
you just
addict.
so
It's like a drug addict. Like listen, glasses Malone. It's like when you are a drug addict, and I know you don't take no drugs, you don't drink, you don't do none of
are
that.
you a drug addict?
So anyway, so go back to your past, whatever you need to do to get back to understanding this. So you go into the vein, and then you feel like, oh my God, you feel dopamine. That's how you feel when you are with that person. You think that you are so attracted to, right? And then when it's gone and they leave, you're empty, right? They leave. Then when they come back, you're like, no. That's
Yet
not
they
it.
look the same, right? They could wear the same
They
outfit,
look the same, but they
same
don't
makeup.
feel the same.
You know what changes? And this is what I was
You.
telling you.
You.
Again, right? You go from ignorance to having some type of information.
It's all about you, baby. It's all about you.
You're missing a point, which is why I said physical attraction is rooted in ignorance.
No,
Physical-
physical attraction is rooted in you.
In ignorance.
No, it's
Again,
not. Well,
again.
maybe ignorance to yourself,
Yes.
but not
So
knowing
again,
yourself.
no, exactly. It's not knowing yourself,
Yes,
right?
it is.
It's not because you
Yes,
could
it
never,
is.
you could never explain if right now if I asked Mook or Pete what makes them fall in love with the girl, they couldn't give you a real answer.
Because that would be
You couldn't say,
impossible.
hey, this makes me fall in love with the girl. You don't actually control when you fall in love with the girl.
Right.
Huh?
I agree.
You want to know what it is that
Pete
really
said
governs
that's
this element, the factor of why once you knock a chick down, you're not attracted to her anymore.
Yeah.
Attraction and all that stuff. It's like the evolutionary process, you know. So it's driven by the kind of innate desire to, as a man, you know, spread your
Procreate.
seed, for lack of, or your legacy
In
to
its
as many
early
parties as
stages.
possible.
Sure,
So
in
once
its
you
early
knock the
stages.
one chick down, you like, okay, that one's done. I got to find the next one. That one's done. Got to find the next one. It's like you could get, like physically, they've done studies on this. Like a man, Joe Smith, can get hard, let's say, for the same girl in various person, like let's say 3 times a day, and that's it. But if you brought in 10 different girls, you get hard 10 times that day. It's that same principle.
And so that's what I'm telling y'all.
a lot of ignorance for sure.
Well, so would you just
'Cause
said?
once you-
I already
once you
said
learn about them,
already
it's
before in a more educated way. And in glasses, you wasn't
You didn't articulate the process.
See
You
what I
named
said?
chemicals. You
I-
didn't articulate
I-
the
No, you
concept
didn't.
beginning to end.
No, you
It's
didn't.
chemical.
No, you didn't. I listened to you
No,
talk.
you didn't. You
did
didn't
not.
articulate the process.
Maybe I should give it to a more ignorant way, and you would have.
No, just give it to us from Genesis, not from chapter 2. You have to say what triggers the chemicals in the brain to release, not just that they release.
I said that.
What triggers the
already.
thoughts?
If
The
you-
optics. What triggers the
talking
optics?
about?
The optics
Instinct.
trigger the
means
thoughts.
your vision.
I
Yeah.
know. So you
Your
perceive
thoughts.
thoughts in your head based
Oh,
off
you-
of your
so
eyes.
that's
something
Your
you
eyes
do
are a
something,
receptive
right?
nerve. Your brain doesn't
So
receive
that's why I
anything
said-
if you don't take in information.
Challenge me, homeboy.
Well, that's what he just
I
said.
will because I just said it better than you.
Yes, you're
You
just
didn't.
wrong.
Yes,
you
I
He
did.
was only willing to receive it because he's already open. Because you're a man. You're a white man. Yeah.
No,
That
you
is
can
just
run a
wrong.
cop out
Your
all
voice was
day
down.
you want to. But that's what you did. You ran a cop out. And I'll say it again. You can
is.
pick up
It's
something
so intellectually
audibly or
lazy.
visually. That's how it gets
You're
into
a
your brain.
doctor.
How does something get into your brain?
You a doctor response, but
No,
you
you
wasn't
gave
willing
me.
to
No, you
respect
didn't. You
it.
did
But I
start from the
bet you-
second Genesis. You did. You
We
didn't start
argue.
from Genesis. You started with saying his thoughts.
And
That's true. Optics relate to thoughts.
optics is vision.
How does the information in a book get
You
into your
have to
brain?
Take in a sight to have a
So
thought when it comes to
if he was
attraction.
in my place, you would have already shut this shit down, Mr. Glasses Malone.
No, you're jealous of the relationship that I
jealous.
share with Brother Peter.
Why? Why would you say
I have
jealous?
no idea. But you're saying I'm only believing him because he's Peter and you're you and you're a
Yeah,
doctor. That's just
yeah.
silly. That's
Because
so
he gave you
intellectually
a whole
lazy.
other, like, superficial
No, he didn't
explanation.
give me a superficial. You're just saying stuff. Sometimes you're just kicking a can, and that was just one of the times.
Oh, wow.
You did start. He was being honest. He was like,
All
you
right.
started at the
Go
second
ahead.
chapter instead of Genesis.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Sometimes
Sounded
it's
like
okay to be wrong.
programming
Go ahead.
turned
Kick
into
the can
thoughts.
then. Go
Thoughts turn to
ahead. Y'all
feelings.
keep kicking the can.
Feelings turn to results.
What happens when
Exactly.
you keep kicking the can?
So the optics was the programming
It's the Genesis,
and
then-
turned into the thoughts,
exactly.
then the feelings,
optics
and the
is
results
vision.
was fucking, and now I'm done.
Yes.
So vision. So optics is vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand that, right? Though.
So that's the programming part. So it's
Yeah.
programming
So he's already
first.
programmed to
and then
whatever that
thoughts.
man says. You think it's like holy grail.
So
There
you
you go.
think I would
That's all
Yeah.
top.
respect Peter's opinion over a doctor?
Yes, because he's a white man.
You're smoking fucking dope.
Oh, I'm not smoking.
You have to be
dope.
smoking dope.
Dopamine.
That's the dopamine in
I
your
wish I
brain that
had
would make
some
you
dopamine
think
because
that I
I'm not.
literally
I'm
would
like,
I would
actually
trust
needing
Peter's
some.
opinion over a doctor.
You are already. I'm not even.
No, you're
challenging
just
you.
wrong. And that's
I'm not.
okay.
You did.
He
already.
started off in a place that made sense initially.
And because you already open to Mr. Peter.
I'm not open to anyone. I'm open to information, and especially coming from a
That
doctor.
already checks off your boxes.
I think you're just jealous of Peter.
Of what?
I have no idea. I don't know what you did, Pete.
I
Yeah.
articulated.
Better. And that's the thing. She cannot just
To
say, hey, you did a
whom?
fan to the person that was asking the question.
So people don't understand. You like articulate nothing.
Yes, I did. I
And you
You
didn't,
throwing a
apparently.
tantrum
Of
on
course
a
I did.
pod?
I went through this already. I'm not going to go repeat
You're a
exactly how this
doctor.
happened again. We heard it
Not
happen before.
either, Mr. Pete.
She gets paid
Right.
$250 an hour.
To do this?
I don't care.
I know, me neither. All right, sir. Crocodile's up.
Listen, y'all have fucked up the whole podcast. God damn,
I
Doc.
didn't try to do that, champ. I was here to help.
So the point I'm saying is, right? So the point you guys are both making comes together. You brought it together with the initial thought of sight, which goes back to why I'm saying it's rooted in ignorance, right? Because when you see someone, you don't know much. You only know what you see and what you think, right? You're working on limited information,
Mhm.
very limited, right? And then once you physically exchange with that person, you start to take in spiritual information. Sometimes if you're lucky, you can meet and talk to somebody, you know some more things about them, but you're starting to take in spiritual information.
Mhm.
Spiritual. Those are the things that you can't decide, right? You can't really decide if you like or not, or you can't even verbalize them. Sometimes, Doc, right, you could meet a woman. Everything about it was amazing. Like the pussy was good, she was cute, she smelled good and all that, but you still don't have like the next tier of attraction or that same attraction is not prevalent.
You know, there's different types of attraction. You know
That's
that,
why I
right?
focused on physical attraction. So we don't got to even go into the further part.
I
of it.
didn't say anything about physical.
No, okay,
attraction.
go ahead. I'm saying so. Yes, I know I'm aware of multiple types of attraction, but that's
Okay,
why I'm focused on
you,
physical.
I guess you're the doctor. Let us know what types of different attraction there is.
I'm not asked. I don't care about the different types of attraction.
You should, because
I'm
that's
focused
the point.
on physical. No, the point I told you the point
Why?
when I established the podcast.
But why is it only physical? So attraction is more than just the physical.
Doc, what are
It's
you?
aesthetic.
Focus, Doc. Focus.
You're not okay. I'm focused.
Focus.
But I think that you should be more understanding of what attraction is.
I am focused on what attraction is.
No, you're not.
I
You're
am.
only focused on what you think attraction is.
I'm not. That's literally.
You
I
are.
literally.
We're deliberately focusing on one kind of attraction for the
Attraction.
purposes of this episode.
Exactly.
So why you have me here?
I wanted your opinion
For
on
what?
physical.
If you're only focused on physical attraction, then why you have
Why
a
did you-
doctor of
I just
science?
wanted-
Of, like, why you have me here?
You can't focus on physical attraction.
What the fuck? You a fucking woman before you're a fucking doctor. What the hell are you talking about?
Attraction is about
Focus. We're not talking about more. Focus, Doc.
I am
Physical
focused.
attraction.
Attraction is more than just what you see.
Physical attraction.
It's limited.
That's the.
So why are you only focused on
That's what we
Physical
talking about right now.
attraction.
That's
Right
the
before we
subject.
started,
it? You're like,
That's the subject.
Glasses, right before I started, I asked a question. What was the question?
Subject.
What kind of attraction are we talking about today? And what was your answer? Physical, obviously.
Physical.
Defining that we were going to talk only about physical attraction today. We could talk about the other ones tomorrow. That's fine. There are other kinds of attraction.
Yeah,
We could
come
do an
on.
episode on each one of them.
Yeah.
Today, we're just happening to be doing physical.
Physical. That's all.
That's all. We'll do the next one the next day.
Man.
if you're given that chance,
Why would you not be?
I'm on the
giving that
podcast
chance?
every time we do the
that's
podcast.
God. All right.
Oh man.
It
Right.
is my podcast. I invite you on to talk about a subject on my
You
podcast.
invited me to talk about attraction.
No, I
You
didn't.
That
I
was the
said
subject.
physical
We're only gonna be limited to
attraction.
Physical attraction.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Where's the evidence? Because you didn't tell me that.
The
Oh, my
evidence.
God.
The evidence is the witness.
He said physical
No,
attraction.
he didn't. He said attraction.
No, I did not.
Oh man.
You.
I mean, I'm not. Listen. I'm not mad about the concept. I'm saying you guys are limiting what we're talking about.
It's
No,
a
we're taking,
limited-
we're on
That's
one
all
focus
I'm
We're
right.
focusing what we're
limited.
talking about.
We're focused.
We're on one
on what we're
focus
talking
right now. That's all.
Yeah, you focus on that because it's all y'all is invested in.
Oh,
It's the
my
physical
God.
part.
And
Yeah.
we'll talk about that aspect of this as well in this
Is that what
episode
you
on
think I'm
physical
doing when I don't
attraction.
have much to say. You think that I'm just or you think I'm looking at you like you're being a jackass? You're literally right now
Sure.
just being a jackass.
Because I asked you.
No,
something
because you
that's out of
constantly
your-
have figured out a way to attack and do these things. You're being a jackass. Focus, Doc. Stop making this
Listen,
about
you don't
Peter.
you don't become a black doctor.
I
not
don't
being
give
able to
two
focus.
fucks about a black cracker doctor, none of that. I'm saying when you talking to other human beings, right? If they saying, hey, this is the focus point, Doc, this is what I want to talk about. You can say, hey, I don't want to talk about that. But you can't insult the conversation.
I'm not insulting the
You
conversation.
did.
I'm
You
trying to
said-
expand it.
I'm telling you, don't. I'm telling you, I decided what the
said-
conversation was when
No,
I asked you.
You don't get to decide anything.
What?
It's his show.
It is like a whole unanimous like vote, right?
No,
Like,
it's not
you
a vote.
say-
This is not all of
It's
our
the show-
podcast.
You wanna
It's
know
not even,
about
I don't even have a vote.
I did not. I invited you on the pod.
Oh,
Are
wow.
we talking about attraction?
To
No
talk about
ceilings
physical
with Glasses
attraction.
Malone is the name of
I
the
said
show.
physical attraction is rooted in ignorance. How do you not remember? You've been
It's not.
drinking?
Yeah,
But
she's
physical-
something.
So I'm not allowed to have my perspective. I'm supposed
I'm-
to agree.
You're what?
Physical attraction.
It's not
You just said the conversation was not directed to physical, just attraction.
That's it.
Then I
It's
just
not
explained to you.
just physical.
No,
It's
but
not.
That's
it's
not what we're.
rooted-
That's not what
Dude,
we're talking about.
Oh,
It's not what we're
wow.
talking about.
You asked about attraction.
I didn't.
Physical
You wanna
attraction.
I said
isolate it.
physical attraction.
Physical attraction is just not rooted in what you see.
I
That's all
didn't
I'm
say
saying.
it was ever just rooted in what you see.
It's never usually.
I
It's
didn't
like-
say that at all.
All right. Okay. You didn't. All right.
I said physical attraction is rooted in ignorance.
All right.
So if that's what you wanted to, I didn't say physical attraction is
I
rooted in
agree.
what you
Okay,
see.
Go ahead.
What is going on today? This is like the Birdman episode of the Breakfast Club. Birdman? What the hell?
Is you finished or is you
You
done?
finished or is you done? Fucking dog is crazy. Y'all show me to be off the hook.
man. Hey,
So what I'm
my
saying,
motherfucking co-host,
man,
nigga.
this was crazy. Just gangster. Wait a minute. You go, nigga, this is all our podcast, my nigga. Hold up, Doc.
She just
This is
changed the
my
fucking
podcast.
subject.
She
Everything.
done bark niggas out. Hold up, bro. What's happening?
Oh
I
man,
thought I was back in the hood. Peaches had to squabble up.
I'm gonna tell you where it comes from. she just on one, man.
She's on one today. I got her on Wednesday.
It's
You know
all
what? It's
love.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Women Wednesday.
Woman Wednesday. Oh shit.
Go back to the physical attraction, though, brother.
No, what I'm saying is,
Hey, what happened? We
somebody
only got
phone.
3.
Oh man, you know how that goes. Keep it going, man.
Oh, I didn't know if we were experiencing technical difficulties.
Hold up, I gotta figure out why. Oh, let me see something. What about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can hear everybody.
Okay. So all I'm saying is, right, is physical attraction is root. This is my thought. Physical attraction is rooted in ignorance, right? And the reason I'm starting to believe that is as you garner more information, right? Whether it be spiritually through spiritual exchange or physical, sex, whatever it is, even when you don't quite, like your mind is not making it out consciously, your spirit is making it out consciously, right? You can meet one girl that's the finest girl in the world, right? And the sex be great. And when you nut, you like, that's it. Feel me? And you want her to go home. You know, what you about to do? That's the, you
Yeah.
know, that's the line. What you about to do? After, right? You can meet a girl that may not be as attractive as the other girl.
Mhm.
The sex didn't have to be as great, but something about your spirit ties you to that person. She didn't have to say anything to make you fuck with her. Something about it made you fuck with her more.
That's all hearsay to me.
Huh? You said what? You said what?
This is all hearsay.
Oh, hearsay. I thought that's what he said. I wanted to repeat that shit. That nigga crazy.
I'm just saying, you never noticed that, Mook? Like some girls, you just can't break a tie with, even if somebody could do 1,000 different things better, or you could like the way they look better, or you could even like them better as a person, but you don't have the same ties as that person.
When I was younger, that worked that way. The older I get, it's not working that way. It's more. Now I do need to have some type of tie mentally with you, but
You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's
that
weird, bro. And I
that,
think it's because, and sometimes it don't even have to be like, the point I'm saying to you, it don't even have to be like information that
Mhm.
makes sense to you. It's just something there
Yeah,
with the person, and you can't really decipher what it is. You can't decipher what it is. You can't. And that shit
See,
is weird.
in the doc's defense, you've now matriculated this out of the physical attraction phase. And now you're talking about spending time with her and weird, perverted shit like that.
spending time with a weird perverted.
Weird perverted shit like that. Oh man.
Mook.
Pete.
But see, the thing
He's like
is,
fucking young Al Bundy, guys.
I happen to agree just that is the physical attraction shit is rooted on ignorance because this is what I
Because if you knew, you wouldn't fuck with her.
right. Yeah. No, that's
Like
real
Al
talk.
Bundy,
If you knew half the shit that these motherfuckers come with, certain motherfuckers come with, yeah, you wouldn't even seal the deal. You know what I mean? And that's why after you seal the deal, you kind of like, fuck, I wish I didn't seal the deal. Hey, you know what I'm gonna tell you niggas, man? To start making sure when you seal the deal, go half-ass first. Yeah, don't give them don't do a good job. Don't do a good job, guys. Because when you niggas do a good job, they coming back. They coming back, and you don't want them to come back. You need to make sure you get to choose if they come back or not.
That's why every single man needs a burner phone.
A
fake name and a burner phone. It's really hard for a girl to come complaining about child support when she's dialing a disconnected number that didn't have a social security number attached to it in the first place.
What's one of your fake names you used before?
Please tell me what's one of your fake names.
Anything. I'll pick a name. I might just say I'm Mook next time. I don't care. I'm gonna call him.
Have you ever got somebody pregnant, Pete?
No. I told you I'm still a virgin. Technically. I'm still a virgin, technically.
Nah, he's a virgin. Beautiful.
I've never inseminated a woman in my life.
You never have.
I've never left one in. Nope, not one time.
Doc, of course we wanted a
No,
woman
you don't.
perspective.
You just want a perspective that only complements your own.
No, I don't. What I
I
want you
say-
to
I say-
what I want
focused.
you to do is stop being an asshole. I want you to actually act like you can talk.
I
You are,
said
yes, you
you
are,
can
Doc.
say
No, hold up, Doc.
That just
Listen,
made matters
listen,
so much
I
worse.
understand, but then the first thing you come back, is an asshole. You come right back dropping shit on people and shitting on people. You're being an asshole, Doc.
No, I'm not. I'm being
You are.
very
No, you're not.
truthful.
You're not being truthful.
I am.
You're being
You're not used to
perspective
anyone
based.
giving their own opinion without a
Every
fucking
last
like,
person gives me their opinion, Doc.
Yeah. If I
Me
give
and
my
Pete
opinion,
don't agree. Me and Mook
I
don't
don't fuck
agree.
with Pete.
Me and
agrees
Mook
and not
don't agree.
agrees,
So
or
then
you
therefore
agree.
everyone has their opinion,
I
Doc.
know that, but when I give my opinion, you want to give your opinion.
I don't
What?
want to give my
You
opinion.
do.
You're talking to me.
I am talking.
No, you're talking to me.
You're in the room. God damn it.
No, you're on my podcast talking to me.
You're in the room, right? I'm talking.
Well, would
to
that make you talking to him any less?
No,
If he's in the room, then you're definitely talking to him.
You're talking to me still. One of the three men you would be talking to.
Okay, I'm not understanding. If I'm talking the microphone and you are taking that, is that directed to you? I'm not directing anything to you. I am responding to what y'all talking about.
Literally, we were having
He's
a dialogue, not talking directly to
Shut
you.
up, Peter. No one talking to your ass at all. Stop being that. Don't do that. That's not cool at all.
And then you went into a rant
That
talking
shit was
about.
some bitch ass shit right
Then
Wait,
you
so-
went into
so-
a rant.
Don't
And
do
then
that.
you're
you
not
went into
talking
a
to me.
rant.
There's only two other choices.
Yeah.
God
And then
damn.
you went into a rant, right? About
It's a rant or my
because you started talking about the reason I'm listening to
Why-
Peter because
why-
I'm programmed to accept
why
Peter's
when
information and
everyone
yours.
else in the room is talking, it's me a rant. Why it's not a rant?
Because
Or-
Mook is not saying, "Hey, you only listen
What?
to Peter."
Exactly. You only call me a rant because it doesn't agree with what you're saying.
It has nothing to do with the point at all.
Oh my
You're
God.
saying the only reason I'm agreeing is because Peter is white.
I didn't say that.
You
I didn't say that you agree because he's white. I didn't say that.
this motherfucker's crazy.
I mean, we can check the tape. It's fine.
I didn't say.
You know I'm going to rewind this part of the
Rewind it.
podcast,
Rewind
and then I'm gonna
it.
put it right there. You're gonna sound crazy.
Okay, rewind it then.
Uh-huh.
You agree with him from the jump.
I don't
know that.
agree with
Yes.
Peter most
It's a-
times.
Yo, all the time.
So Peter, this is what this conversation
All the
is.
time.
This is what this.
That's
She's
what the
going to
point
force
is.
this conversation out. So this is
You
her.
agree
This
with
is her
him.
issue. Her issue is she feels like you are not sympathetic and you don't respect the black man's position in America and what they have
and
been
you don't
through.
even check him when
And
he
that's
was
He is
why
young.
we're
not
talking
black.
about sexual attraction.
So listen, so
Check black
Peter, so this is what I told her.
Oh my God.
I said Peter is a white man. For him to understand what black people go through or to respect it would be fake. He has no idea because he's not a brother. So I expect Peter to be a white man. That's it. She doesn't agree. She feels like she wants all the white people around her to respect.
I never said
She
that.
said
Don't
that.
do that.
She
Don't
said that.
do
She said if they allowed to
I
share
didn't
her,
say all
she
the
said
white
if they
people. I
share
said
her
Peter.
space, no,
Peter's one
she said
person.
whoever shares her space
Oh,
has to
it's
respect.
Peter and you.
She
and
said,
Luke.
no, you
That's
use
it.
yourself as a reference. You said all the, you
It's
said,
only you and
no,
Luke,
let me
and
finish
Peter.
making my point.
Oh, don't put a whole bunch of white
This
people
is
in
the truth.
shit.
You said it.
No, it's not. If you're gonna speak the
Wait a
truth,
minute. If you don't want me to say it and you're scared of white
you
people, just
speak-
let me know.
No, first
Mook,
of all,
this is a fascinating premise to physical
You gotta talk
attraction.
into the mic.
Fascinating.
speak the truth 100%.
This is 100% the truth.
it's not.
You
I
said
didn't say
every white
anything about
person
no
around
other-
you
This really
that share
might be
your
like,
space. Yeah, you said whoever share your space has to respect your the trauma or the stuff black people went through.
I didn't say nothing about them goddamn.
No, you
trauma.
didn't use that specific word.
No,
That's
I
true.
didn't.
I just said you
No, I
didn't.
didn't.
I just said
what are
she
you trying to
didn't.
say?
You just said everybody that's around you
I'm
has
here.
to be
So,
empathetic.
Look at Pete. Look at
listen,
Pete.
I am-
Pete, I'm
I am
watching you.
sitting
So say what you
here.
mean. So say what you
So,
mean to Pete.
Why are you needing to like communicate to Peter when I'm sitting right here on this
Because
goddamn
I'm
couch?
trying to tell him why you're being a jackass.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes, you're being an asshole. You're
What's
shitting
crazy
on-
is that
Yes,
through
you
all
are. You
this,
don't know.
Wow.
I'm
Ask
still going to
me.
be the person that
Right
gets yelled at.
Ask me.
Peter.
Peter,
Ask Peter.
is she being a jackass to me right now?
No, to you or to Peter?
Ask her, is she being a jackass to me, Peter? That's what I asked you.
It's about
Did
you.
I ask you? Was she
I
being
thought
an
it was
asshole to
about
me?
Peter.
In moments, maybe I don't think as much as he's. I think there's some communication problems here,
Right?
for
Okay,
sure.
Mook. Is she
For
being
sure.
an asshole to me, Mook? Be honest.
At the moment,
Yes, she is, right? So again, it's not like I'm making this up. It's not I don't want to agree with your points. No, I don't believe Peter more than I believe you.
What's the
But that
evidence
doesn't
I'm being
mean-
an asshole to you, Mr. Glasses Malone?
Because you
'Cause I
literally
thought
said
you
I
were
didn't
talking
believe
about-
you.
I thought you said I was being an asshole to Peter.
No.
Now you put this shit on you.
It was always to me.
No, you weren't being an asshole to me.
You already been
I
an
don't
asshole to
care
him.
about that, but
Yeah,
why
you call him out his name and all that. This is a whole
Try
nother.
to toss you a bone, get a fuck you in your face, so whatever.
But the point I've said to you is this, right? Is when you are talking to me, you said I didn't believe you because Peter might have explained an idea from his Genesis versus the second chapter. That is true. He did. And you feel like, well, I'm a motherfucking doctor. You sound like Kanye West.
I didn't
I'm a
say
lyrical
that.
motherfucking wordsmith. Can't nobody put it together better than me,
you
my
have
nigga.
an issue. Okay, let's separate. My name is Dr. Gloria Hudson, and I'm not Kanye West. So whatever.
What happened
if
to
you
the
have
anonymity?
I
Kanye-
have zero issues with Kanye.
Well, don't compare me and put in the same sentence with him because
You are.
I am not. Because guess what? I
You
wish
just
I
literally was about
I
to
wish
run
I
down your
was.
credentials
He's
as a
done
black
like
doctor
a
about how
whole
you
lot.
survive stuff. You was about to run down your whole credentials. I had to stop you
Yeah,
because that's
but
what Kanye was
he's
going to
done a
do.
whole lot. So I'm
Kanye
not
does the
even-
same
I
thing.
am not in the same caliber as Kanye West.
You do. You was going to run up and take my award off the stage. This should be Beyonce's. That's what you just did. This me right
I
here.
forgot he did that.
Nigga, you was not Taylor Swift.
I might as well be to you the
No,
way you
you're
acting like
not.
Kanye. You just walked up
Get
here
your
and
crip ass
stole.
outta here.
You just
You
walked up here and
ain't
stole my.
Taylor
You just walked over here and stole my
Fuck outta here.
comprehension.
You is not no fucking Taylor Swift.
You just
Get the
walked
fuck-
over here and
you
I'm
ain't
just
a
sitting up on
victim.
stage like,
Nigga,
what did
you
I
ain't a
do to
victim.
Dr. Hudson?
You is not a
Oh,
victim.
I am a victim.
You are not a fucking
You are
victim.
punishing
Well, get your ass on the
me
floor then.
right
You're a
now.
victim.
This is
Right now. Instead of
definitely
you
gonna be one.
caring how I taking information.
Are you gonna be able to keep this?
This is awesome.
No,
This
he's
is-
not.
This is legit.
This is
right
the
here.
greatest
This is-
podcast so
this is-
far.
You're
This is
not.
For sure, I'm putting this
oh,
out.
this is going.
No,
This
he's
is like you're like
This
our
is-
Birdman.
Going.
Why? What did I do? Could you turn the mic back? Please turn the mic back. Why are you stopping this? You are like Birdman in the Breakfast Club interview. You just walk in here, just brrr.
Man, I wish y'all had the camera on her. Cause
Man, people need
But
to
we
see
ain't
this.
got
They
it,
be
though.
like, "Get him, girl."
We're not putting the camera.
Oh, damn, that's why would you do? He didn't even do nothing.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to
I'm
you.
saying he didn't do
No,
nothing.
Makes
he
him-
did a lot.
She makes some good oxtails
I
too.
cook. You ain't getting and shit. Fuck it.
Damn.
Yeah, you better get it from him. We'll figure
What
it out.
is going on, Doc?
Shit, Brandy can cook too.
Well, fuck it then. Go to Brandy.
Hold up.
Well,
Relax, Doc. Before you
Brandy
start
is.
pulling away oxtails, let's be rational.
Yeah,
She
I know.
take the
Let's be
oxtails.
Before you start
rational.
putting away oxtails, let's be rational. That's the best line in the history of the podcast.
Hold up, Doc. You're being irrational. See, you finna step
She
off.
could oxtail.
Hold up, Doc.
She could oxtail
Hold up,
like a
hold up,
motherfucker.
Doc. See, look how you acting. Look how you acting. Relax. Let's focus, Doc.
No, I focus.
No, her
All
oxtails
I'm
is
saying
good.
to you is,
I see how you do it.
It was just fucked up. She took them from me right here.
So
on
Pete,
the
Before
floor.
you
Pete, this is
Start
this-
putting away oxtails. Let's be rational.
Exactly,
That is
bro.
the best
You're taking
line
away
in the
oxtails.
history of the podcast.
My feet right now. So you know what? It's an invitation to you, Pete.
You want some
Whenever-
oxtail?
whenever
Pete
you
loves
come out here-
oxtails.
Oh, I make the best.
Okay, so what I'm saying, Doc, is
They
listen.
do fall off the bone.
I believe you.
Yeah.
We can hold up. Let's be. That's why I'm trying to be like, hold up. Let's be rational now,
she
Doc.
tripping,
Goddamn,
man. She
Doc.
got mad at me,
Hold
man.
on, you
I
gonna take
can't
the
get no
oxtails? You didn't take the grilled cheese sandwich. You didn't take the apple. Why you go right to the oxtails, Doc?
When you said the oxtails, it was like in one of those movies
Why you
where
go
a
right
person
to
has
the
a bomb under their jacket and then they open the jacket and you go, whoa, let's be rational.
No, that's these people. I said, well, you told me to go there. That's what you told me to
No, I
do.
didn't.
Yeah, you did. You just. Why would you take the
He
oxtail?
could've- he
Why,
could've
as a
been-
woman, why is that the first thing y'all want to do is stop cooking
Because
for a
he's
nigga?
family.
Why's the first thing you want to do as a man is just sleep with every woman?
No one else knows about that, but him.
Yeah.
So
they
why
good.
would you take that from
I
him?
said that because he didn't take my side of that, so he didn't get no oxtail.
See, that's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
I
said
didn't take her
that.
side.
You didn't take my side.
Yeah,
What
they
if
was
you're not
good.
right?
yeah. No, but at the end of the day,
I'm gonna get the
You
oxtail.
still get some
goddamn
oxtail.
it.
Okay, I
It
respect
might
you,
take a
Doc.
month.
But I'm saying,
That's why I said.
It might take it might take a month.
Like, you ain't,
It might take a a month.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Okay,
You
my-
better buy him, nigga.
my
No,
point is,
I'll
Doc, do you want him to?
You buy him, I'll make you nigga.
Okay, let me point. My point, Doc, is would you want him to take your side if you're wrong?
Of course not.
So what if you're wrong right now?
Wrong. I think that he only.
Like I know he's listening to you. Like she didn't remember she just said that. Like I know he like.
I wasn't wrong. I think he took your side because you're a man.
Why can't he just take my side? Because I'm right.
I think he. took
Because
your
no
side.
man could ever be right.
Are you never wrong?
Of course, I'm wrong a lot.
Obviously, you've been wrong 6 times in this podcast.
I
I'm
ain't
just
never
saying.
said that. Fuck you. You gonna get the real me in a fucking minute.
Hold up, nigga. I ain't never wrong,
Wait,
nigga.
wait, wait.
And I'm a doctor.
Wait,
Relax,
no,
Rainbow Johnson.
No.
The doctor is
Rainbow
about to
Johnson.
be gone.
Rainbow
Oh,
Johnson.
okay. I thought it was 2 white people that can't do
Relax, Rainbow Johnson.
I thought it was another one on there. Oh no, we're not doing that today.
Relax, Rainbow Johnson. What I'm saying is, I'm not challenging you. All I'm saying is, from the initial thing is, no, I do not consider Peter
What?
information
Wait, hold on. What's so funny, Mr.
because this shit is hilarious.
I
This is
swear to
great.
God.
You are wilding.
I know
Nigga,
for
people are going to love you. They're gonna be like,
sure,
girls gonna be like, oh, I'm so glad she cussed glasses out. Everybody gonna be so proud of you. But what I'm trying to figure out is, what did I do to deserve to be cussed out? I understand you don't like the relationship I share with Pete and most white people. I get it. You feel like I should literally press
Most
them.
white people. Why do you have a terrible relationship with most white
I'm just-
people?
because I don't want to uniquely identify this because I've told her multiple times it's more than like I appreciate your candid.
Oh my god.
The thing is, Pete, I appreciate you being honest about how you see where the world is because I genuinely think that's how people see it. So I'm glad you don't pander to your black friends.
I'm not a panderer. I'm a philanderer.
Exactly.
Oh
my God.
That's
My
worse.
God. It's crazy. He
my
is.
God.
What do you mean? He's the white man.
No, he's not the traditional white man.
Oh, he's like traditionally
I
white
actually like Pete. I actually like Pete.
Oh,
because
man.
he's a white man.
No.
He's a white man. So what I was trying to tell her, Pete, is I don't like my white people pandering.
Yes, I don't like the
She
pander.
prefers her
I
white
think
people
pander.
pandering. I'm
Yes.
not mad at her. Now you did vote for Trump,
I did.
so right. So I that actually right.
And
Even
it
though it's
didn't
for
work
that.
out because that fucking Biden motherfucker won anyway.
Exactly.
That fucking bitch ass
So
motherfucker.
because he was pandering, I prefer my
That
white
bitch
folks.
put all black people in jail. You know that.
again, over and
Yeah.
over again, and y'all voted for that nigga because you just didn't like Trump.
I
So the point I'm saying, Doc, is
Yes.
Oh, man,
I
this
don't
is
like
good.
my white people to pander.
What is it with this white people and you like? Oh,
I'm just saying. So when you ask me when I'm
catering to
explaining
them.
certain, I don't cater to them. I
You
expect
do, you
them to
are
be
right
no.
now.
I expect him to be pure white.
It's not even me. I would be so offended right now. If I was
Well, like, say for example, you think I'm wearing a shirt, right? No, I'm just pure white. I'm so white I have buttons on my chest.
It's a white shirt. The thing is, I like my white folks pure. I don't like them pandering to the struggles of black
Oh
people when
my
we know that they
God.
don't give a fuck.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But when you get an opportunity, listen, glasses Malone. When you get an opportunity to actually educate about something that affects us, I'm not saying that him or anyone else is going to change their perspective. But if you get an opportunity, actually, like, actually, but they're like, that's not how all people are, blah, blah, blah. But you have your own choice. But when you do not take that opportunity,
When
to
have I
actually,
not educated Pete?
there we go. There we go. You
Now
just
we can get to the
interrupted.
point. No, I'm saying now I'm saying you just made a point, right? You're saying, hey, Glasses, you're not taking the time to educate Pete. Tell
Like,
me
if
one
If
thing,
he says something, listen.
for example, like what has he said?
God, he made the comment yesterday about calling comparing Kanye to Eddie Winslow.
Why should I?
Why did you do that? Me ask him.
Because it was a really funny joke.
No,
you
I'm
forget,
saying,
like-
what made you compare Kanye West to Eddie Winslow? I'm asking. I want to really know.
I'm gonna tell you there's two reasons, okay? And part of this is the fact that we are in a live dynamic conversation that is entertainment, driven. I've got a background in comedy, so if I can pick, if there's multiple ways that I can say a similar concept, I will try to say the funniest one because it's the most entertaining, for one. For two, at the time, in the context of the discussion, Glasses was saying how Kanye is like the Chicago suburb of hip hop. He's not the West Side Hundreds twist of hip hop. So I was saying his music, we'd already seen that show. He's the Eddie Winslow because Eddie Winslow is suburban from Chicago. It really was a zip code reference based off of what he had said previously.
Okay. So
And he's
in
a-
that moment, I would have taken like a teaching moment because, and I get it. It's hilarious, and you think about
It's true.
Winslow, but when you take it from our perspective, and when you get a black man that is able to change a whole culture, a whole
Change it how?
it's like a transformation universally. It's not just about just the music. It's about us as a people. And so I'm not saying that what you said was wrong, but I'm saying that I would have liked you to have told him, like, not only is what you're saying is true, but he is not minimized to a Eddie Winslow. Eddie Winslow, I'm not taking away from him from Family Matters and what he's done for that little culture, but Kanye has changed a whole dynamic with us in Hollywood, and it's
How
universal.
has he changed it?
The reference was a narrow context, is all I'm going to say.
He gives other people that identify with him, that is a black boy from a hood, that if you have talent and you have vision and you believe in yourself that you can then surpass as long as you continue to work and create.
So do you think Kanye represents black boys from the hood?
I think that he
Nipsey did that.
No, listen to me. He may not represent all the boys in the hood, but he represents. That's it.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm saying you cannot. Not every boy or girl comes from the hood.
I don't give a fuck.
Or
You're missing the
you're missing
point.
the point.
No, I'm not
Doctor.
the point. So this is why. So
I think that you.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
that you
because-
personalize
Doctor. Do you mind?
his elevation.
I don't. What do you? I'm part of the reason he's elevated. I literally have supported him to the point of buying his $200 some stem player now. I literally has bought
So when
every
I'm
Kanye
trying to
project.
explain something that what I feel.
I don't want to
that
know
is
what you
certain.
feel.
Well, then don't ask.
That's not fair to
I
say.
didn't ask you what you feel, Doc.
He said that's not
You-
fair to say.
Because
No,
you just asked her
and
before to say how she feels.
Because when I'm trying to share with you
You're,
what
you're,
my perception of what he brings
Is you
to
finished or
music,
is you
you're
done?
gonna
I asked
fucking
you-
diminish what the
no.
fuck I said.
I asked you, how did he change Hollywood? Not how do you feel?
You didn't ask me how he changed Hollywood.
I literally
You
just
didn't
said that because you said he
Hollywood?
changed Hollywood.
Hollywood?
You just said
You
that.
said Hollywood?
You just said
You
that, Doc.
said you didn't
I'm
say
asking you,
that.
how did he change?
I'm trying to.
How did he change
We both
anything?
can't talk at the same time.
Okay, you said the first thing you started off saying is he
So do you
little
wanna
black
hear me?
boys
You
from
wanna
the.
hear yourself?
No, I'm literally repeating
don't
to
wanna
you
hear
so
me,
you
though.
can
So
address
at
it.
the end of the day, you don't want to hear me.
Of course I do. That's why I'm
You
talking.
don't.
Doc,
I wouldn't
Go ahead,
talk to you
Pete.
if I didn't want to hear you.
Go ahead, Pete.
Doc.
You don't want to hear me.
I was
No.
just gonna say real quick. All the stuff that you were talking about, I don't disagree with it, but we weren't talking about that at the time, like in the preceding paragraph. If we were talking about that, then the Eddie Winslow reference wouldn't have contextually made sense. We were literally just talking about one narrow aspect of his career. So that's why at the time it made sense to say we weren't talking about the rest of it. If we were talking about his macro impact on industry and culture, whatever else, then an Eddie Winslow reference, you're right, wouldn't have made sense in that conversation. It just didn't
Right.
happen to be what we
So
were saying
I
at the
get
moment.
that. Listen, I get that, but if I didn't know you and I'm listening to the podcast, I wouldn't have known that. So I'm just trying to give my perspective and how I felt from. I listened from the podcast from the beginning to the end. I researched you. Anybody I work with, I research. I research you, Charles. I research everybody. I research everything that you're about because what I take that personally because if I'm willing to be in the same room with you, that means I'm willing to vouch for you as well. Because if anything goes, okay, so maybe other people don't feel this way. Anything goes down, I'm willing to vouch and be quiet and do everything because I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe whoever's in this room. If I don't, I'm not gonna be here. So I already know. So when I asked that question and I heard that, I've listened to the whole podcast. I listened to the one before. I listened to all your podcasts, Mr. Glass and Malone, because if I didn't respect what you do, I wouldn't be in this room right now.
I don't think you don't respect what I do.
No, I'm saying, I'm not asking. I'm saying I'm in this room because I do.
Okay, now what I'm saying, right? Got that.
Got that?
Yes.
So listen to me. So when I was listening to the Eddie Winslow little thing, I heard it and on the podcast, it was just like it kind of went in and out, and I was just like, okay, all right. And I was like, I listened to the rest of it. I thought it was gonna be some more explanation of it, and there was not. So that's why I'm bringing it up because
the explanation, right, is that's what he's talking about when he's talking about the context.
that's with me. But what about everybody else?
I'm telling you, not this now. I'm saying even in the podcast itself, most people don't complain that, hey,
I am not
I
most people.
I understand, but I'm
So
telling
I'm
you, I think
saying-
some of your interest is also vested in your dislike for my relationship with how I deal with Pete. So
It's not. Actually, no.
Let's take that out for a second, if I may.
when you have complained to me about it 3
Doc,
times.
can I grab your ear for a second?
Don't give yourself that much credit.
I'm
I listen-
saying you have
I
said it 3 times that
So
you
listen
feel
to
like
me.
I let Pete get away with too much. And I'm telling you,
do,
I
you
don't.
do,
I
but
don't. No, I'm
you're
not.
listening. You don't want to listen.
I
Doc,
am
can I grab
listening.
you for a second? Or your attention?
This
You're
is
not
why
making sure you're listening.
I listen. No, you're not listening. I said I listen to the podcast. I am putting this on the podcast. My perception is based on what I heard from the podcast.
And
Mr.
and he's
Black-
saying to you within the context of that conversation,
Of
right?
the podcast.
of the pod. We're not. I didn't talk to him about Kanye without the podcast.
I'm
Doc.
saying as a person that's listening on the outside.
And
you're
I'm
not
telling you,
getting
I
it.
think I
Doc,
am
Doc,
getting it.
can I
I've
throw something
literally
in there?
talked to multiple people about the
I
podcast.
don't give a fuck about multiple. They don't be a
Doc.
yes
That's
anyways.
not the
Doc.
point.
Yeah,
of,
that's gonna be
the
yes
point
men
I'm
anyways.
saying
They don't
is
give you that.
But-
what
Hey,
you're
glasses.
saying is rooted.
You're like, yes, it's perfect.
Nobody says it's perfect. What they're saying is what you're saying is rooted in multiple things. It's the fact Peter's white.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
let's leave that for a second.
I didn't write what the fuck he said. I'm carrying
Doc.
And what he said was the fucking truth. He's
Doc.
the fucking Eddie Winslow of hip hop. He's a suburban kid who grew up in the suburbs of Chicago.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's not what fucking hip. So therefore, it's so you're missing the point.
He's a made up character.
Again, so back to the
Oh
point.
my God! So if you guys, I guess he was some rocks, got shot up in the game. You've been all right with that?
Why? So listen.
Yeah.
You're missing the point of
No,
what
you're
the
missing the
context.
point.
No, I'm not.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
It's like you argue like a woman.
Doc.
Like, what the fuck are you
Can
talking? Like, focus.
He's the wrong
We were
one.
literally talking. You do argue like a woman.
I'm not arguing. I'm giving you facts.
You're not giving me a fact. You're not giving one fact. You're
G,
telling me about how you
G.
feel.
You give me how you.
Gee, hold up for a second.
I'm not telling you how I feel at all. Kanye
Doc,
is a suburban kid
hold
that
on.
grew up in the suburbs of Chicago.
So what does that have to do with what I'm talking
Eddie
about?
Winslow is a
here, hold
fucking
up.
suburban kid
He's
that
not
grew up in the
Let me
suburbs.
clarify something real
It's
quick.
not real.
Willis
Doc.
is a suburban kid. You're missing
Glass.
the point of the
He's
context,
not real.
which is why I'm going to give
So
you
why
the
are
context.
comparing a real man to a not real man?
So this is why I know
That's
you
not
didn't
uncommon to
listen
do.
to
People get
why
compared
I
to
know you didn't listen to the
characters of
pop.
literature all the time.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I know you didn't. So this is why you can't link it
I
together.
listened to it twice.
So this is why you can't link it together.
No,
So what I am saying is, right, is hip hop. Sure, that's cool.
Yeah.
In imaginary world, what hip hop represented, it gave personality and voice to people not represented into the world before. That's what we said on the podcast. That's what hip hop represents. It represents and it gave a voice to people who had no representation to the rest of the world.
Actually, when I listened to the podcast, I couldn't understand what the thing was.
I totally understand. So you missed this point.
I didn't know.
So now I'm giving you the context. Again, this is what I said in the podcast. Hip hop was a representation for people who didn't have a voice or representation to the world. That's what hip hop was for. That's why it's for niggas for the street in the corner, because they had. Gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish. Gotta slow down. Let me just get the point off. Then you can just debate it. So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna respond, not react. So what I'm saying is,
That's you, actually.
it's not because you. God damn it.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, Doc, do you mind real fast?
Yeah, you have to.
Doc, you there?
She's there.
She's there? Okay. Sometimes, like when we're actually recording this in real time, as you can kind of tell, like as this is happening right now,
Yeah.
like you were saying something about wanting an explanation, like after I said the Eddie Winslow reference, like it was going to happen, you know, like I would say it and then go on and elaborate in some capacity. The explanation kind of was prior to it. Like the way the dynamic of our show is usually like Glasses kind of drives the direction, and it can be sporadic at times. So like we kind of rolled over into making like a Snoop reference, and then Martha Stewart popped up. Like it gets, we don't always hold on the same track. So like I might say something and expect it to go in one direction, and it might go in the other direction. So then if I had another thought or whatever the hell, it doesn't matter because we've gone in a different direction now. So now that's the direction that we're going. And I'm like the passenger in a car. So I don't always have control over sustaining, like we're going to carry this context and grind it down to the minutia powder of where it started and carry it all the way to its, you know, eventual like fruition. It's just not how it goes in real time while we're recording. So some of that where you feel like I lob like an idea out there and then just leave it on the table and bounce. Sometimes the conversation just goes another direction after I say some stuff like that. And when we're actually doing it, you know, you can't go back. You just go where you go.
That's
It happens with Muddy Waters too, man.
Exactly.
So make sure y'all tune in to Muddy Waters whenever y'all get a
goddamn
shot.
Skippy.
No,
That was a
That's the
great
motherfucking
plug
best
right there.
up-and-coming
That was
podcast.
pro. That was like a read ad.
So his point. So my point is,
Yeah.
I literally said in that podcast multiple times, Doc, I said hip hop gives a voice to the voiceless, right? This is how Peter got to where he's at. I said hip hop traditionally, it is built to give a voice to people who didn't have representation to the rest of the world.
Okay, so I don't know. Let me know if I can speak now, Mr. Glasses.
I'm just going to finish my point.
All right, go ahead.
So when I was saying the version of Kanye, who he is a person we have seen well represented in mainstream for 40 years before he popped up. He's not a new idea. He's not a person that has no representation in mainstream. Literally in that same podcast, we talked about characters like you said with Nipsey, right? You love Nip, right? Snoop, characters like that. They didn't have representation. Where is the smart Crip on mainstream television? Where is the one guy who's trying to build his community as a smart gang member? Matter of fact, gang members in general didn't have representation. Colors, when Colors came out, Rocket was in the film for a total of 10 minutes. I counted.
Colors was a movie about police officers, people. Really.
It was
the whole movie is about the police, Doc.
Yeah.
So that's why hip hop, that's why when Snoop came, he became the representation that was not there. So I said this on the podcast. I talked about what Kanye being represented for 40 years. So when he said, so you mean to tell me you're upset that we're looking at hip hop's Eddie Winslow, the suburban Chicago kid who grew up in his environment? That's exactly the context of what we were saying. And it was said in the podcast. That's all I was saying, Doc. So I understand if you feel like we're minimizing everything Kanye is. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what he represents to hip hop. That means to the people who don't have representation. I actually called him Willis right behind him calling him Eddie Winslow. I said he's hip hop's Willis.
Yeah.
And Doc, maybe, and I'm listening to you saying this like I'm saying he has to be this thug. It's not what I'm saying. I love Kanye West. I literally have celebrated him. I bought his music. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think he's a regular motherfucking black man in America, right? Period. And I think he voices all his concerns out loud when he's promoting his music, but they are genuinely his concerns. I support him more than anybody else could support him possibly. I love him to death. I don't ever say I want the old Kanye back because that nigga is the same Kanye. He's this insecure guy who voices it like all the rest of us. We just don't all say it. I enjoy Kanye. That don't change that his character in hip hop has been represented in mainstream America for years before he showed up.
So his character in hip hop has been represented in the mainstream America for over 40 years.
Yes. Since the 70s, you've been able to see what Kanye West was.
So we got Eddie Winslow.
You got the brother from the Cosbys.
You allowed.
Who's the brother? Who's the brother from the Cosbys?
White man.
Malcolm Jamal.
Oh, Theo.
Theo.
You guys are not. You guys are like trying to like overshadow everything I'm saying.
We're not.
Like
not at all.
So that's fine. That's fine. You have that's right. But I'm saying you allow. There's nothing against you, Mr.
It has to be something against him if you're saying that.
A white man, you allow a white man to minimize Kanye West and compare him to a
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
That's intellectually lazy.
No, it's
you're just voiding.
That was you.
No, it's not. You're literally voiding the whole context and saying because he's white.
That wasn't even my intent when I said it.
He was black.
Like I'm here, you can ask my intent.
A white man. Then you could have said Peter, because you know his name. No, you didn't.
Peter
You
the
said
white
a
guy.
white man, because that is the burning part of it.
Rewind. I said Peter.
You said a white man.
I said Peter the white man.
No, you didn't say Peter the white man.
I have always.
This is going to be one of the greatest podcasts we ever released.
So don't ever tell me.
You didn't say Peter.
I said Peter.
No, you said you allowed a white man to minimize Kanye West.
No, I said Peter.
No, you didn't.
Minimize.
No, you said a white man.
I said Peter the white man.
No, you didn't. You said a white man.
You allowed him. So don't get away from the context of this shit.
I don't have to.
You allowed a white man named Peter to minimize and put Kanye in the same bracket as a fucking Eddie Winslow.
Because he fucking is the hip hop.
He's not.
He is.
That's so fucked up for the whole culture.
So what?
No, so
what culture?
So if I said,
Eddie Winslow ain't
if I said,
nigga, that's Kanye West.
Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion.
God.
If I said they've been represented, you know, like Lil Kim.
Kanye West did glamorize fucking with white girls for the culture.
Though. See, that was the first time you saw the Little Kims. There was no Little Kims
with Little Kim,
like
right?
Kenny was not Little Kim.
But I'm saying, so how long has Little Kim been here though?
Bitch look like a fucking white girl.
I don't know, 96.
All right.
Lil Kim looks like a white girl because Kanye made it
10, 15, at least 15 years. We're gonna at least 15 for sure.
25 years.
Well, I'm gonna say at least 15.
Sure,
so if I was to say 15 years, they have already been represented That would be a factual statement.
Sure. To some degree, yeah.
Right?
I think culturally, Kim is more of a street bitch.
Okay.
I think Cardi represents strippers. Like stripper has been a
Okay,
celebrated
gotcha.
culture within our culture, right? In Atlanta,
Okay.
Miami, they celebrating strippers. So she's the first rap stripper.
But you see where I'm going, because
Yeah, it's a stripper culture.
So what's the difference?
Between who?
A street bitch and a stripper.
A street bitch is just a criminal, somebody willing to commit crimes. A street nigga is somebody willing to commit crimes. Shit, justice in their own hand. Cardi B is a stripper. Her culture, what she represents, is different. It's a little different. It is rooted in being a street bitch, but it's also a stripper culture.
Her culture is a hoe.
No, it's not about a hoe.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
That's a different culture as well. You know that, right?
Prostituting culture, yeah, I would imagine.
No. Prostitution is they expect payment. Hoes.
So you're talking about sluttery.
You talking about
You should
sluttery?
know.
Talking about sluttery? Yeah, that's
let's
further.
Peter.
I respect that.
Peter, get it.
But does that bother you that he likes sluts?
No, I.
Oh,
I didn't bother.
That's
So-
almost as
so
funny as
what
the
I'm
oxtails
saying-
line. Not as funny.
So
as,
I'm
but
saying,
almost.
so listen. So one is it has to be personal,
Lord.
right? Because then I don't care.
Yeah,
If Peter makes a valid point, I'll agree whether he's white or
me
black.
too.
No, you wouldn't, because you're mad that we're saying Kanye's role in hip hop has been represented in mainstream America. The suburban kid,
saying that you
literally
Eddie
verbatim,
Wiz-
we said that
Eddie Winslow.
because he's
The
a
worst
suburban
fucking
teenager from
comparison.
Chicago, like
You might as well
Kanye's a
compare the
suburban.
Cars and fucking Will Smith. Like
I compared him to
Not-
Tiki Punch too. Does that bother you?
God, that's so.
I remember that. And you said
Yeah, he
diet.
did.
You
Tiki
said
Punch.
not
That was
the
funny.
diet.
So
that
all
was a
the
good, that was
diet-
funny.
So what I was talking about in that particular episode, I was telling Pete, I was saying Kanye himself is Tiki Punch.
I remember that.
It's excellent. The problem is once you start getting knockoff Tiki Punches,
I remember
that shit ain't hitting.
I remember
And I was saying hip hop used to be like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, Sprite, 7-Up, strong. It burned. It was sweet,
Yeah.
so you enjoyed it, but it burned. It was
Yeah.
burned to the taste.
Yeah.
Kanye never burned. It never
Until
burned.
when?
He never
Yeah.
burned ever. He's not the thing that I love about Kanye is even as square as he is, he bucks. He's trying
is
to
he
kick the
square?
system because he's a fucking square.
Why?
What do you mean? What? Don't start arguing against the streets because you
I-
like that.
I asked you a question.
Because he's a square. Because he's not with committing crimes.
Oh, so you're square. if
Yes!
you're blind.
That's literally the definition.
That's literally by definition of what it is. Why does that bother you? The square,
There's nothing wrong
the
with
square
being a
carry a
square,
negative
guys.
connotation or
Why are
something?
you yelling at me?
Because what are you doing?
I asked
Because
you
what I will
No,
tell
you're
you
not.
is I am
Because what are you
now,
doing?
I have now moved from the street
street
category
into
to
the
the
square
square
category.
category. And I don't give a fuck.
And there's nothing. So why are you upset that I'm calling him a square?
I'm not upset. You're the one that's upset.
I'm upset because you're acting like I'm saying something that's crazy. Why is he a square? Because he's a
I
square.
asked you a question.
No, you didn't. You know the
response
answer.
is something that's crazy.
No, it's not. Why? Because he's a square because he's not
This
with
is-
committing crimes?
This really is
I
good.
asked you a question. You got all crazy.
No,
I asked you a
no,
question.
you did not answer the question. Then
All
you
right,
then you
answered it. You got all
repeated it.
crazy, and you trying to put it back on me, but I'm not the one that's crazy. You the one that's acting like crazy, actually.
God help
Oh
her.
boy.
Yeah, you too. nigga.
He already helped
boy.
me.
Yeah,
He helped me
too.
when he delivered you to
Me
the
too.
podcast.
Me too.
Yes.
He said, I'm gonna push your patience tonight, glasses.
Me too.
Rescue your patience. And show you got patience.
Man.
Elevate your ass.
Just know muddy waters, man.
I'm trying to tell you, brother.
We get wicked too.
You don't know what.
We ain't been this wicked yet, but
What don't you know? What are you mad about now? Like the mad podcaster. Doc, why are you so
the
mad?
man.
Yo, son, these niggas out here
Yo,
shining,
son.
son. He got this white nigga dissing niggas, son. What the fuck?
I didn't say
I'm just saying, you know you didn't say.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
man.
You don't remember the my you don't
I do.
remember the
I
mad
do
rapper.
remember that.
So do you not remember the mad rapper?
I do, but I'm not. It's not.
That's you. You're the mad podcaster. Yo, son, these niggas out here, son, on the air, son, talking bad about yay, son, and that square shit, son. Fuck these niggas, son. That shit, my shit more John Blaze than that, son. That's you right
Whatever
now.
makes you happy, darling.
No ceilings in muddy waters, man. We didn't clicked up tonight.
Clicked up. This is like a prison riot.